everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is actually a really exciting one. If you don't already know, if you're new here, my name's Beck, and my boyfriend Brett and I are currently in the process of redoing, renovating, whatever, this caravan that I'm currently sitting in. It's a 1970s model that was refitted by my grandfather in the early 2000s, and now we're just kind of giving it an update. So, we are nearing the end of our project. And all that's left is like some random stuff and lots and lots of little stuff. So today I am going to be doing 3 mini projects that have been on my to-do list. It's a beautiful day outside, so I thought why the heck not. Today is the 8th of September and the goal is to have this caravan completely finished by the end of this month. There was a setback, which I'm not going to get into, but hopefully it'll still happen, but we'll see. But I just want to share with you 2 things that I've already done that I didn't really film properly. So number 1 is the curtains. I just completely sewed some new curtains using the old curtains as measurements. If you can't remember, I'll put in a clip of what the old curtains look like now. So this is the old curtains. So they were, every single curtain in the caravan was this material. It's just, I don't know what this style of like pattern is called, but it's just not me. It's like old Italian 90s stuff. I have no idea. But yeah, that was throughout the caravan, and obviously it's just outdated, it's not me and whatever. So what we've done, or I've done, is I've made white curtains. These are the ones for the kitchen. The other ones above the beds are already in there, but I just finished these ones this morning. So we're not gonna put them up for another couple of days, but I just wanted to show you before I chuck out the old fabric that this is what it used to look like. But yeah, I'm so happy with myself. I've managed to sew curtains and reupholster a couch. What the hell. So now I've packed my sewing machine away because that is the last project I'll need to do with the caravan. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you before, after. And the new curtains are just this plain white. They kind of have like a cool undertone to them. Honestly, I got this fabric because it was ridiculously on sale. It was so cheap, but it is blackout, which was essential, and I just sewed them, and I've done so this side of the bed, that side of the bed, and then I've got ones for the kitchen, but I haven't put those up yet because we're waiting to redo the bench top. The second thing that I didn't really film properly is the light fittings. So there's 2 light fittings, one on that end of the caravan and one on that end. So that's the end and that's the kitchen. And basically we were going to get new light fittings, but to get the ones we needed, because they are like the 12 volt and the 240 volt and all of that, it was going to be like so much money. So I came up with a plan, and it's not the best, but I think they look really good. Brett just took them down for me, and I cleaned the glass, and I actually spray painted the rims white. They were like this gold color, and I just spray painted the white, and it just made it look a million times better. It's not the best paint job in the world, but it'll do. So yeah, I forgot to paint the little screw bits, but it'll be fine. So those are the 2 things that I've been doing that I didn't really film properly. But today I have 3 projects, as I said, so I'm just going to run you through them quickly, and then we're going to get started. Number 1 is the fridge. We did a stupid thing. Brett took the caravan to go get brakes fitted, and new brakes fitted, and we totally blanked and we didn't have the fridge bolted down at that point, so it fell over. The fridge is still fine, it works perfectly, but the laminate that I put on the top, which actually ended up working after that video, I don't know if you saw it, it would like crinkle in the sun, but when it wasn't in the sun it'd just go completely flat again, so I was happy with that. But it like chipped it, so I just ripped it all off, and today I am going to paint it. So this is the little kit for the fridge, along with some masking tape, which I think I left inside. But basically I just got this little tin of black paint. I got flat black, I don't know if that's going to work, and I got water-based. I don't know, I just feel like that would be better than oil-based. So I got that, and a mini roller and a little tray. So that is number 1. I'm going to do that first, so obviously while that's drying we can get into the rest of the stuff. Number 2 is a bit of a weird one, but basically there's some double-sided tape right here on the wall that we can't get off without tearing the laminate off. It was there because I think it was either me or my nan, I can't remember, put photos up there using double-sided tape, which is totally fine, but I don't want to look at double-sided tape. So I bought this cork board from Kmart. It was $12, and basically I am going to take it out of the frame, cut it to size, and stick it up there with some double-sided tape. And then I bought some rope, which I'm going to make a fancy little like frame for it with, which I'm hoping turns out the way I want it to. And then number 3 is this little shelf, if you can see it behind me. It used to be where an old TV was. It used to go like into the wardrobe, but we took that out and then made it just so it's flat against the inside of the wardrobe, because A, we didn't need all that space, and B, now there's more wardrobe space. So Brett just put on this like white thing and put in a mini shelf. I don't like how that looks. It's not the vibe of the Caravan. So I bought just a plain white like sheet of MDF, really thin MDF, which I'm going to replace the backing with, so it is just plain white and not like a wood grainy off-white thing. And then I have this idea that I don't know if it's going to work out, but I probably can't finish that today because I need Brett to cut the wire. But basically I want it to be kind of just like a little slot where we can like put books and like iPads and tablets and stuff like that, and headphones possibly. You'll see. But anyway, that's just a little rundown. This probably went for way too long, but I'm going to start with the fridge. So let's get painting. Okay, so I put masking tape all around. Honestly, not the best job, but it'll do. Now I just have to get this paint stitch all set up, and then I'll just do a paint. I don't know how many coats to do. Apply 2 coats and touch dry in 30 minutes, recoat after 2 hours. So that'll be fine. Coat 1 is done. It's patchy, but it's only coat 1, so I think coat 2, it was really hard to get like in the edges. I didn't even think about getting a brush to like do the cutting in, but I think I figured it out with the edge of the sponge and just like massacred it. But yeah, it looks funny because like the masking tape's there, so it looks like I'm doing the whole fridge, but I'm not. So I actually think once I do coat number 2 and possibly 3, I think it'll look really good. But we're gonna let this dry and get on to our next project. Okay, so this is the cork board. So basically up there, I don't know if you can see, up there's all of the double-sided tape I was talking about. It's lucky where it is you can't see it as soon as you walk in the Caravan, but it's just annoying. So what I've come up with is I've got 3 cork boards. They all have to be the same width, but I think I'm even just going to make that 20 or something, I'm not sure. But I can have them at different like lengths, so I can either have it going all the way from, where are my fingers, the top to the very bottom of the couch, or I can have it from the top to just matching this, or just to where the tape ends. So I'm still kind of deciding what I want to do with that, but that's basically what I'm going to do. And then like, so the cork board is the right, I got it so it was definitely long enough to do the longest bit, which is 72 or 1 centimeters. But basically I just need to take away this silver frame and then cut it to at least, like, it'll be this way 19 or 20 centimeters, and then figure out what length I want. So I'm gonna see, I don't even know how to cut this, so we'll see. And then for the shelf, so basically this is what I've little drawn. I figured out it's actually a square. I thought it was a rectangle, but basically I want to change the back panel to just the plain white that I showed you, which is just that plain white stuff. It matches what's on the back wall, so because it's there, I think it'll look kind of like seamless in a way. And then at Kmart, I haven't bought it, but there's this like black wire thing, and I think if I cut it down to size and just like sit it at the front here, I'm not sure how high it would go, but I just feel like that would like, probably not too high actually. We could be able to like to slot books and like iPads and stuff like that in there. Like if I just like, say if there was a little thing there, I could just go bloop, and then that would just like sit there and not fall out. So maybe like that high, I don't know. But that's for another day because I can't cut wire. Like I'm fine with using tools when it comes to wood, but anything to do with metal, I'm like no. So I'm just gonna do the backing today, and I can't even really screw that on because I want to put the wire in from the back. But anyway, let's just do the cork board for now. I've I've drawn my line all the way down, so I'm just going to go outside and use a Stanley knife, and hopefully that cuts it nicely. I just played around with I just spent like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes just like cutting it to shape, coming testing it back and all of that, and I think I've finally come up with what I'm happy with. As you can see, I've left a little gap up here, but I have put it flush against this because I think what I'm going to do is the little, what do I call it, rope frame I suppose, I'm going to be able to put up here, all along the side, up here and back up there, but then push it hard against there, just so it is completely flush and I don't have to worry about measuring or anything like that. I'm happy with this, so I'm going to start plaiting the rope. I'm not going to film too much of this, and then I realised I don't have a hot glue gun, so I think I'm going to go see if my sister can either drop it off or go pick it up from my sister's house. That a lot harder than what I thought it was going to be. It's a bit stiff, but I'll be able to work around it. I've just texted my sister because she has a hot glue gun and I'm going to need that to stick it to the sides because I don't want to use anything else. Hot glue gun's just easiest. But I want to paint it. I want it to be white. So all I've got is spray paint. So God, it stinks. So I'm just going to spray paint it. And then let this dry, and while I'm doing that I'm going to move to the next project. So I want this to be like a white, you know, like those beachy vibes where it's like rope and like natural textures, but then it's like got like a white wash over it. I want it to look like that. Originally I thought of just getting acrylic paint and like using a small paintbrush to just do it, but if I have a spray paint I feel like it'll give it a much nicer look. So I'm going to go outside and spray paint this white, at least one side of it. And then move on to the next project while it dries. Actually, I'm not going to take you to spray paint the rope because I don't get paint on the camera, and because it's Brett's camera, because my camera is currently getting fixed because it's broken. Yay. So I am going to go spray paint this and then come back and we're going to start on the third project. I feel like I'm just starting all these things and I can't actually finish any of them, but we'll get there. I just got this piece out. And now I'm basically just going to copy it onto the back of this big white piece so that it's exactly the same size and I know it fits. So let's go do that. Okay, brief interval because I had to go to my sister's and get the glue gun, and while I was there I had a coffee. But while I was there, the timer went off my phone. It is now time to do the second coat of the fridge. Not sure how I'm feeling about the flat black, to be honest, and the weather's turning to shit, so I had to put a hoodie on. But I'm just going to do the second coat, and then you know what, if I want it to be a bit shinier I can just go back and get like a 100ml tub of the shiny version of the paint I got, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to get painting. Done. I think it kind of looks brown. I think I'm going to have to get like a glossier paint, but this will do for now. I'm going to let it dry again, and while I'm doing that we're going to work on the corkboard. I've decided the mini shelf I literally can't do without Brett here because I'm not going to use his like scary cutting power tools, so I'm hopefully going to do that tomorrow, but today we can finish off the corkboard and this, so let's do it. Okay, so the spray paint did not work at all on this rope, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue it to the sides of the corkboard now, and then later this piece of grass and then once it's on there I'm going to get the acrylic paint and paintbrush and do my original plan. But for now I'm just going to glue it, and not sure how I'm going to do the ends, and it's honestly the spray paint isn't even, it's like tacky, so like I've basically given up, but I'm just going to do this and hopefully this will work and hopefully we can get somewhere. Okay, so I've gone around and I've done all of it apart from the bit I think I told you guys about that I'm not going to put one in because it goes directly against a piece of wood. But it actually turned out like really good, and now I'm questioning whether I even want to do the white paint. But now I've just got to cut off this bit and cut this bit off here So there's 7 centimeters, which is what I need. And then look how much extra rope I have. Like I could use that for something else. And then I'm gonna attempt to just like hot glue gun the ends so they don't fray or anything like that. I don't know how. It's gonna look like shit, but no one's gonna see it anyway. So I'm just gonna do that now, and then I'm basically done. Okay, so this is the finished product. Like, honestly, the inside's a bit messy, like you can see the hot glue, but honestly, I don't even care. Like, I think it looks so sick. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm like so proud of myself for A, coming up with this idea because Pinterest wasn't coming up with the goods, and then B, executing it. So I'm gonna leave it to dry just a little bit longer because like I said, the paint is still a little bit like tacky, and then I'm gonna go see what it looks like and decide if I wanna paint it or not, and if I don't, then I'm just gonna stick it right up on the wall. So, oh, I'm so excited. So I just went to Bunnings and picked up some white paint and a little paintbrush, and I am gonna paint this because I just put it up there and this like fits perfectly over like the side where the thing goes. Because I spray painted it, it looks like shit. So, well, it doesn't look like shit, it just looks a bit funny. So I am gonna go in and roughly paint the edges, and I think I'm gonna do the insides as well. So when I get to that bit, I might get some like paper or something to put in there. Actually, I might go get that now. And then I'm just gonna roughly paint it and hopefully it turns out really, really well. Excuse the noise, the kettle's boiling in the background, but I just finished painting all the edges, and then I also painted the insides, and I don't know what the camera's doing right now, but it looks a bit funny, but I love how it turned out. I think it's gonna look really good, so I'm just gonna leave it here to dry for a while. Unfortunately, I did get some on the corkboard, but I think it won't matter once there's photos and stuff on there, so I'm really, really happy with how it turned out, and I can't wait to put it up. Okay, so it is now the next day. I only finished the fridge yesterday. I'm really happy with it. I've decided we took the masking tape off. I did a pretty shit job of the masking tape, but I don't really care. It's a fridge, it's fine. But this is dry, and I started editing this vlog yesterday. Sorry it's so long, by the way, but you couldn't really see it properly, but it's, yeah, so the edges are like roughly painted white, and so is the inside, and I absolutely think it looks so good. So this morning we're gonna put this up here. I'm gonna do this right now, and then when Brett's just gone to do something, and then when he gets back, we're gonna get started on the mini shelf back there, which now looks very, very hollow. So yeah, gonna put this on the wall, and then when Brett gets back, we're gonna do that. I just bought the wire thing we need, so hopefully my vision comes through. But anyway, let's put this up on the wall. So Brett's here now, so we can do the last project. So, also the corkboard turned out fucking sick. Anyway, so this is the wire thing, and basically, I think I told you guys yesterday, the plan is to have that to go basically there somewhere, and it just becomes a slot. I don't know what to call it, like a magazine rack, if you will. But anyway, we're gonna figure out how to cut this. Brett's done the backing, so, but we're gonna put this in behind because there's like a lip that'll hopefully keep it in, and then hopefully it looks nice. My plan is coming together. I think it's gonna look really good. I'm gonna take that. So we just gotta hopefully this super glue will dry and this will stay there, but if it doesn't, we'll figure something else out. But for now, it's done. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up this video. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry it's like 20 something minutes long, but I finished all 3 projects I wanted to accomplish. There'll probably only be like 1 or 2 more Caravan Diaries videos because like I said at the start, we're nearing the end, which is very, very, very exciting. Sorry about the grinder in the background. Brett is doing something to do with the tire. But yeah, if you want to check out my Instagram, it is just at beceldrup, and I will see you guys in the next one.